So the next one that's come up is when you're developing a marketing plan, and someone says, "Oh, everyone's a potential customer for me." Why is that bad? Why is that wrong to say?
I'll give you the short and sweet. Okay, if you're trying to speak to everybody, you're not resonating with anybody. People don't mentally lock on to generalities. What they lock on to is specifics. So if I come to you and say, Ken, the kind of business that I do really well with are logistics companies, people that take other folks' freight from the manufacturing and distribute it to their customers, whether they're retail or wholesale, but they sit there, they're like the switching yard. They move the freight back and forth. Do you know anybody that owns a logistics company that I can talk to? Now, in your head, you're thinking, okay, who do I know in that industry? Maybe I don't know anybody in that industry, but maybe I know somebody else who can give me some feedback. But if you come to me and say, Steve, who you're looking for, and I say, anybody with a business, where do you go with that?
Yeah, that's a tough one.
It's very difficult to get people to lock in on a specific when you're that general. And let's face it, even if you're selling bottled water and everybody needs water, not everybody's going to buy it in a bottle, and not everybody may buy it from you, because everybody has competition. Whether we know it or they know it, the consumer has choices. And one of the biggest choices that businesses have to deal with is the choice to do nothing. I'm just not going to worry about that category. So how do you penetrate somebody that has no interest? I had a phone call yesterday from a guy that was trying to sell me investments in oil, in oil exploration. And you know what? For some people, that's probably a great place. I have absolutely no interest in that. So it didn't matter what he said. I had no interest in getting into the conversation because I just didn't really care about that. I had other investments that I was comfortable with. So that's the thing you have to think about when you're targeting your marketing. You have to say something that other people value and wake up and resonate over, or it's just going to go right over their heads like everything else that we're subjected to today.
Right, yeah. Before he got on the phone with you, it sounds like they said, just call anyone.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
So he didn't target someone who may have been ready for that kind of a conversation.
Well, and that's part of the problem with using telemarketing. Unless you have a list that's really, really scrubbed well and you know these people have a high propensity for interest in what you offer, that's why you have to make 100 phone calls to get 2 people that are interested, because the vast majority of people are either not ready or not interested and don't want to talk about it.
Right.